What are these feelings that I have inside of me detached from everyone else around me? If I detach myself from those people, it doesn't mean I love them any less. It just means I'm going within myself to see what are these feelings that I have inside, what are governed by other people, and what are feelings that I have within me.
It's so beautiful. And so there's many different things that I think it's been presented to me that I haven't really put much thought into. Why am I feeling these feelings? Like, I think that they're tests and they are lessons, and the universe is showing me things that I need to work on within myself, and I'm not paying much attention to why they are there. I'm just going with the emotions of feeling it. One example is body image issues. Why do I feel this way about my body? Is it because what society is telling us we are supposed to look like? Or is it something that I want to change about myself? And I started like wondering, is it like this morning? I'm just not feeling good in my body, whether it's digestive issues, bloatiness, the way my arms look. And I think so many women can relate, and I'm going to get emotional. So many women can relate to body image um, issues and
Mm-hmm.
not liking the way that they look.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm fucking tired of it. I am so tired of worrying about how I look. I have done it my whole life, bullied as a child for not being thin, even into my adulthood. And I've used to weigh 240 pounds, and I have lost 100 pounds. And I should, why am I not like just happy that I did that all on my own?
Mm-hmm.
But I can't be happy with just knowing that I lost all the weight. I'm not 240 pounds anymore. I'm now 150, but but I have gained in the last 2 years. I've added on 10 more pounds. But why should I care?
Mm-hmm.
Why should I care? And another thing is, why does my children's lives affect me so much? Why am I allowing their journey and their life to affect me? Their issues, their problems, their who they're in a relationship with, and the problems that they're going through. Why do I care so much about other people? I'm tired of it. I don't want to anymore. Um, and because I'll tell people, here, worry about yourself, worry about your life, and like, just stay here and think about where you want to go. But me, I'm still involving myself in everybody else's journey, and I do not want to anymore. It's a shadow.
It is a shadow, and it's detachment. We all have to learn how to detach from everyone else's energy. And it's so hard because we're empaths, right? We can feel energy. I could feel your energy before you got to my house this morning, which is why I was saying I'm standing in my own energy. I'm standing. These are the little things that we have to do when we're empaths, because when we join forces with someone, we're then sharing our energy with them. And sometimes it's not for the benefit of both of us, right? So we have to learn how to detach from situations and stand in our own power and not let, like, sometimes we have to not ask people how are you doing, right?
Yeah, true.
Because we're just lending ourselves, if we're not in a place where we're standing in our power and we say how are you doing and they say blah 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 blah, right? Because we're not standing in our power, because we're not at our strongest, our boundaries are weak and they're
Yeah.
just gonna get vacuumed out of us.
Right. I can completely see that now. I have not been aware. I haven't been in my power. I have definitely like let those walls down. It,
Well, let's just clarify. You just got a job after not having a job for a long time. So that in itself is sort of chipping away at that boundary. right? Because you were comfortable and now you're going to a place where you're not so comfortable. It's a new energetic situation that you're having to figure out. And because you're an empath, again, you're spread so thin. Now you're not just spread thin within your family, you're now spreading yourself into your work, into those people, into, and you live or you work in the biggest place of chaos there is, with people everywhere.
Yeah.
So we have to go back to the beginning of this journey when we very first started and bubble up, right? That's the first thing you learn when you enter into this spiritual journey. And people say when you're an empath, I used to teach it all the time, right? Bubble up. Literally just imagine a bubble around you. And that's what I've been working on, putting a bubble around me. And this morning I was practicing, right? And I could literally feel like an energetic boundary around me. But that's not all. Once you get to that place, right? I'm practicing and you're coming to pick me up. And I know that we're so energetically connected, that we share energy, right? When we get together, us two empaths, our vibrations are so wide open that's just like, right? Okay, so if I'm practicing energetic boundaries and I know I'm going to be meeting with someone who I'm very, very energetically connected to, that's my time to say, okay, I'm going to bubble up. I'm going to bubble up. I'm going to bubble up. And I'm going to practice this, right? But when we get together and your energy starts to come into mine, I have to still remember to keep that energetic boundary, right? Not let the floodgates open, right? Because that's my practice. That's what my shadow is. I am literally learning how to set up energetic boundaries. So it takes work. It does take so much work. Protecting yourself energetically is another full-time job in the beginning. Eventually, it just clicks into place. But because we're learning on this journey, we're learning as we go, right? We're not being told everything. You know, we are humans and we have to learn. We're like babies. We have to learn how to do all of these things by ourselves. And that's what shadow work is really just going inside and saying, what do I need to, nobody told me that this is stuff I had to work on. You know, even though I'm a channel and I can talk to the other side, they did not tell me that these things exist in me, right? I had to go within myself and say, I know these things. I know these things. I feel them. And I am dedicated to working on them.